Welcome back, everybody, to Daytona Beach, home of the Great American Race, the Daytona 500. And this weekend, for the very first time, a PPA event, the Red Clay Hot Sauce Florida Open, alongside the great Dave Fleming. Also, Cameron Blackwood down on the court. I'm Drew Felios. Dave, the largest tournament here so far in 2023.
Yeah, it's just so great to be at this facility. You know, when I heard about it, I'm like, oh, I can't wait to see this. And now the fact that we have got the best players in the world playing here, and you combine pickleball and Daytona, do you know what you get, Drew? You get Pictona, and that's where we're at. It's also bike week, so engines are revved all around here, and the engines are revved on the court. What a job by Dylan Frazier on the match right before. Great job by Cameron Irwin and Adam Stone. I was actually talking, the grandparents are in the house for Dylan, so that's great. And then here we have two partners who hate when they're in the same side of the draw, but here we go.
Lea Jansen near court, Allyce Jones in the far court. And Lea with a tremendous shot to lead us off.
Yeah, just because they're partners doesn't mean she has to play balls that are wide, but still makes an unbelievable grab over there. And Lea is 6-0, Drew, against Allyce. Their last match was in Mesa, 11-2 in the third. So Lea took that one, but it took 3.
And Allyce just wide on the return there. Lea Jansen just red hot here in the new year, 2023. This doubles team was runner-up in Minnesota.
Yes, they are a terrific high-energy doubles team.
Point.
Great win for Jones coming in here to beat Yana Grechkina, 11-9 in the third. That is a very good singles win for Allyce.
So 3-0 here, game number 1. Ground stroke into the net that time, side out for Jones.
Lea Jansen took the ever-improving in singles at her right, 11-0, 11-7. She's an up-and-comer doubles ahead of her singles game for sure. So Jansen hoping to get to yet another Sunday in singles. It's like lather, rinse, repeat with her, Drew. She is that solid.
Side out now back to Jansen. It's been Jansen, Parento, Davice, and Anna Leigh Waters dominating women's singles so far this year. Interesting to see if the field can sort of break that trend. And what a return that time by Allyce Jones.
Yeah, that's a great job. She's going to have to put pressure on her by coming forward there, not let Lea get away with anything. So even though the return was in the middle, nice job by Jones. She has a great quickness. Puts away the volley.
Jones hits it long. Allyce Jones with so many highlight reel plays she has provided to us this year since entering the game.
Yeah, she's going to be on the ground in doubles. Singles, it's less likely to have diving, although I'm not going to say she won't here, Drew, for sure. But I give her credit. She's really going after singles. It obviously benefits Major League Pickleball as well, which will be at these very courts in 2 weeks. So we'll have a lot of action here at Pictona. It's great to have all the players playing. What a first great event we had in Mesa.
So point for Jones. As far as the weather is concerned, not much humidity, Dave. You could not ask for better conditions.
No, this is mint pickleball weather today.
And a winner by Jones.
And that's the difference in her game now. She has worked on the backhand, and for it to be a weapon, a pass, to be able to step in there and drive that down the line here, you can't let your opponent off the hook by not letting them have to think about it. That's a great ball from Allyce.
Jansen coming right back, side out, coming up for Lea Jansen.
Yeah, and this is one of those where it's got to just be a nameless gray face over there. We're going to be high-fiving and hugging all day Saturday, but right now, you are my opponent.
Oh, got a piece of the net.
And there, as you see, just the incredible quickness, just to be able to get a paddle on that and put a good strike on that. Obviously, little net love never hurt anybody.
It just wide.
Yeah, the other thing, if you're just joining us, is this center court is covered. So it is not going to have the sun shining in, so the the visuals will be affected by sight lines, but not by the sun in their eyes.
Point.
Side out now, coming back to Lea Jansen.
4-2.
And that one hit wide. Another point for Lea. 4-2 now. Jansen, the runner-up up in Minnesota at indoors.
Yeah, and she was up 5-0 in game number 3 of the final, and I thought this is her day to get gold, and Catherine Parento won 11 points in a row. So Lea was wanting to get rid of that memory. I'm sure she's loving that I brought it up.
Side out. 2-5.
Jones on the run, but Jansen just drops one right down the middle.
Yeah, and this is a tough matchup for Allyce because of Lea doesn't care. She's coming forward. She's going to make you hit precise passing shots, and then her volleys are so good that the effort from Jones is going to be terrific, but the ability to hit 3 and 4 quality passes against Lea is just really tough. And Lea is not letting off on. She's got a target on that Allyce Jones backhand and continues to pepper that side of the court.
Now 6-2 in favor of the former Washington State Cougar. And now make it 7-2, and the paddle will hit the floor for Allyce Jones the first time out of this match.
Yeah, and you can see that when outstretched, she can't get that left hand onto the paddle to make a solid volley there, and then leaves the paddle face wide open, can't find the court.
Just underway, 7-2 in favor of Lea Jansen.
15 seconds. Server, 2 timeout.
Welcome back to Pictona here at Holly Hill, just outside Daytona Beach. Drew Felios, Dave Fleming, Cameron Blackwood, Lea Jansen up 7-2 on Allyce Jones. Here, game 1.
7-2.
And that is nicely done by Allyce Jones.
Yeah, calls timeout, goes over there, checked out the phone, don't know what's on there. You never know, Drew, and then got a forehand there, and you saw the difference. Really stepped into this pass, and Jansen with the no chance to grab that volley. So we'll see if she goes back to making Allyce play backhands.
Side out.
Or she'll just dribble it over the net and take the ball back, whatever it takes, you know. Winner of this will get the winner of Salome Davidze and a young up-and-comer from Louisiana, Judith Castillo-Gargao, making a nice run today with a win over Mary Brasha. Congratulations to Judith for that.
Jansen playing along that baseline. Jones attacking that kitchen. Can she get there? Yes. Oh, what a point.
Side out.
Yeah, and Allyce maybe inside is feeling like I'm wearing out my doubles partner here, you know. But that's the effort that all these ladies know it takes to win. And you've got to make them hit another ball.
2-7. Point.
Another point here for Allyce Jones.
Yeah, a little more on the serve there. Got a short return, and then Jansen actually guessed right and just didn't make the volley.
3-7.
Allyce Jones hits it wide. She is a 2-time tennis state champion, a volleyball state champion as well. Also played softball. Just a tremendous all-around athlete.
7-3.
Oh, beautifully done by Lea.
Yeah, and that's those volleys we talk about in singles, that short angle. When somebody's deep, it's not as an effective shot in doubles, but in singles, when they're back deep, if you can find both angle and short angle, they're never going to touch. That's beautifully done by Lea.
Point.
Again, I expect when she's approaching, unless she just has a sitter, that she's going to slam at Allyce's forehand. The backhand is what she's going to make her beat her with, and the scoreboard tells all you need to know about whether that's working.
9-3 right now in favor of Lea Jansen.
Side out.
Well, side out back to Jones.
Yeah, real nice volley from Allyce Jones there with paddle out in front, but then pushes forward with topspin to really push that ball into the corner. That makes it much more difficult to hit on the run.
Oh, wicked shot.
So I like that adjustment by Allyce Jones. If you're just going to pepper my backhand, then I'm going to run around it. You see a lot of the guys do that. Tyson McGuffin, Staxrud, who we saw just lose a tough one. They don't even hit backhands over there. They run around it, and then you can either pull it down the line inside in or do that inside out ball there. It was beautiful from Allyce. Here she goes again running around it.
And
side out.
Yeah, just missed it.
Just missed it.
But I like Allyce, like, don't lose the same way with your second best stroke. Go hit forehands.
9-4 now.
Point.
And it's going to be game point coming up here for Jansen.
And even though it took 7 more shots, the short return gave Jansen a chance to play the ball in that backhand corner, and then she was just slowly and methodically taking over the point. That's just real smart pickleball from that woman right there.
Jones once again drops one, the opposite side.
And that is a shot that tennis players love to hit. A running forehand, and it's called a buggy whip by some. You really try to scrape the strings. Here's the problem, Drew. You don't have strings and your court isn't as wide. So down the line, you saw Lea say I should have gone down the line with that one. It's a tennis shot you just can't get out of your head. And then that carried over a little bit there with the missed return.
And now 6-10. Allyce Jones trying to scrap back, get back into this game.
And scrap is the name of her game, so you'll never get it handed to you from this lady.
6-10.
Another blistering
Timeout
forehand
receiver,
from
7-10.
Jones. And we could have a timeout coming up here.
Yes, we do. Much better footwork coming off the serve. Again, go for the serve, run around the backhand, and then make Jansen have to defend a better ball. So nice job mid-first game of adjusting her approach for Allyce Jones.
Take a little stroll here around Pictona. We'll be checking out the opposite court as well here in our coverage throughout the day.
And of course, it's timeout time. There was not some rule that said both courts had to go to timeout at the same time, but Lena is a really nice player, another player on the rise, obviously, given AL fits. Anna Lee, of course, one of the big storylines here. Back in the draw, did not enter, isn't hurt, just didn't enter Minnesota. So she and Ben Johns in the draw today, seeing if they can gather that momentum that was lost ever so slightly. No Triple Crowns when they were last together. Tomorrow they are definitely going to be focused, being back together. So unfortunately, we're not going to see any of the points over there, but there's a nice quick update.
Definitely keep an eye on it. Back here, Jansen comes out of the timeout, and that's what you do after a timeout.
Yeah, just a smart point to get the ball back. Second chance coming up to finish off game one.
10-7. Point.
And Lea Jansen will take game number one. 11-7 was the count. Impressive by Lea Jansen. Allyce, welcome back here to the Red Clay Hot Sauce Florida Open here at Pictona at Holly Hill. Drew Felios with Dave Fleming, Cameron Blackwood on the court. Lea Jansen taking game one, 11-7. And Allyce Jones scores the first point in game two.
Yeah, sometimes you're in a hurry to take that ball on the rise on a return and don't time it perfectly.
1-0.
So Jones should keep going for that serve. She's tried a little underspin as well earlier.
Oh, another tremendous point.
Yeah, that's a great job by Jones of taking her time on a lob. That's a tough overhead when it's going to land within a foot or two of the baseline. But that volleyball experience that you talked about before, very comfortable hitting anything over her head, especially a pickleball.
2-0.
Another point for Jones. Dave, I got a task for you. In volleyball, when you dive and you put the hand out, just barely keeping the ball off the floor, it's called a pancake. We need a name for it in pickleball when it happens.
Okay. I got homework here now, Drew. Wow, great start for Jones, and Jansen's one to use timeouts. And I've seen that march before, and that is going directly to her box. That's a timeout, Prance.
So Allyce Jones has come out firing here. You know, we've talked about how these two have just meshed so well in doubles play. Great personalities together, and their athleticism and their styles and their game, the perfect complement.
They are, and they're having fun, and I think that's the big difference. And we look forward to seeing them on Saturday. Just to set up what's going on in the women's draw, as we mentioned, we got Anna Lee and Lena playing in one quarterfinal. The winner of that will play Catherine Parento. Unfortunately, I talked to Lauren Stratman. She had just won a match. And I was telling her how great she played in Minnesota. And she's like, Dave, I've been sick all week. I don't know that I can continue today. And unfortunately, she had to withdraw after winning. So Parento gets a walkover against the red-hot Lauren Stratman. What a shame that her health is just not where she needed it to be. So Parento gets the winner of our grandstand court, and then Davidze gets the winner of this one right here. So we said, is the field going to come do something? Lena and Allyce are all that's left in the field.
See if that timeout helps Lea Jansen. It certainly does.
And you can see how important it is to have your paddle up and out in front. Net cord, she didn't panic. The paddle's there, just adjust it, put it in the open court. Not easy to do.
Dropped in perfectly by Jansen.
Yeah, so in singles on the dead run there, unless you drop that ball, that point is over because there's just too much court to cover.
1-4. Side out.
Side out now, coming back to Jones.
One. Point.
And Allyce Jones right now getting the better of these exchanges.
Yeah, and she's, you know, the forehands look terrific in this match. She's made the footwork work.
5-1.
Jansen's returns have been somewhere where she can get to the forehand.
Side out.
And there's that backhand volley, just not set. You can see she ran right through that. You got to be set. And if you're going to hit a two-handed backhand, especially because your left hand's going to be behind it, the paddle's going to trail and leave it wide. So got to stick that left foot in the ground to make that volley right there.
Jansen trailing by 4 here and unable to cut into this lead.
Yeah, and she's just not sharp here in game 2. And this is when Jones, she'll want her to be sharp on Saturday, but if she doesn't want to be sharp right now, you got to take advantage of it.
5-1.
So it's 5-1 in favor of Allyce Jones. And there's another absolutely beautiful shot cross court.
Yeah, low roll cross court. And if Jansen's going to keep feeding that forehand, I'm sure Jones isn't going to apologize. This is really impressive.
6-1. Point.
And another timeout because there's the same prance we saw about 7 minutes ago or less, probably less.
So Allyce Jones red hot here in game number 2. Playing against her doubles partner. Gotta be tough, but you gotta do what you gotta do here on the Carvana PPA Tour. Welcome back. It's Jones versus Jansen. And Dave, right now, game number 2 looking a lot like game number 1.
It looks like the last time they played, where Lea Jansen won the first game and dropped the second one, and that's where we're heading right here. And now, coming out of the timeout, another mistake from Jansen. So when they played in Mesa, she was able to come back and win in 3, but obviously Jones has to finish the deal first. And there's a mistake off the backhand. So again, the formula is apparent, but the ability to execute it is something different.
1-8.
So Lea Jansen trying to build some momentum here in game 2.
Yeah, and that time she chose to come in once she got a shorter ball, and there you see Jones swinging through. Like, you got to step through and hit through that backhand.
So see so many point swings, 7-1, 8-1. Players come back. How much of this is mental, Dave?
Oh, singles is the ultimate mental battle, because you have to believe there's no partner to pull you up there. And, you know, you can get down. We've already seen Jansen's already emptied her timeouts here. And there's another paddle on the ground. So, you know, these ladies are not going to let it. They're going to try and stop these runs that you just spoke about, Drew, from happening. And at the very least, find some confidence within what they have. When you are up 8-1 and just cruising, Lea's giving you some mistakes. Her forehand has been phenomenal here in game number 2 as Allyce Jones. So, you know, I love the timeout from Jones there. And, you know, in this day and age of replay, though, you have to remember, like, if Jones cannot, or Jansen, excuse me, cannot call for replay, she's used both their timeouts.
So Annalie Waters battling right now. The number 8 seed, Lena, and tied at 6. So Annalie with her hands full here, and a beautiful shot by Lena.
Yeah, she's from Austin and just keeps getting better and better. Terrific player. Heavy ground strokes. And I know she had a big lead up 5 in game number 1 that Annalie was able to erase. But here she comes again, gets that ball off the tape, and that 8 seed is going to keep improving as she gets more and more time against the top players. This is a very talented woman.
And Lea Jansen continues to battle back here, now trailing by 3, 5-8.
Yeah, this is dangerous territory for Allyce Jones. Got to make a good return here, get ahead in the point.
5-8. On the line.
And she's like, all right, you want to talk about my backhand? I got one to show you here. That was gorgeous from Allyce Jones. Look at this thing roll. You could have been standing over there in the corner, Drew, and you're not getting that. That's as good as it gets.
Tremendous hustle by Jones, but just too much Jansen.
Yeah, that's a huge overhead inside the baseline. I mean, you saw the Jones spirit there, threw up a lob with the southpaw there, Drew.
5-8.
Oh, the drop shot. Dial it up, Lea Jansen.
That's another really good backhand on the run from Allyce Jones, but Jansen's so smart to be poised at the net and reach in, and then no, she doesn't have to do too much. That's a great ball, and then just all you got to do is leave that in the court. A lot of respect between these two ladies.
Point.
And momentum has completely swung. Jones came out absolutely on fire in game 2, but now Jansen has cut it to a 1-point game.
Yeah, that's 6 straight.
Make it 7.
Point.
Yeah, you know, Jansen does not get enough credit for her groundies. She's got such great volleys, but if you're going to make Sunday in singles all the time, you got to have the whole game. And her improvement in both the midcourt and the baseline has been significant.
And that's just wide. So here we go, tied at 8.
8-8.
Oh, nice.
Point.
Love how she adjusted for that shot, Dave.
Yeah, so it was the footwork that set everything there. It looked like a backhand, but she took 2 extra quick, explosive steps and then blew a forehand right down the line right there. You got to have fast feet.
Oh, these two competitors really going at it.
Side out.
Yeah, and you saw there how the unwillingness to hit a two-handed backhand betrayed her because she had to take 4 or 5 extra steps. And, you know, Allyce, you can't see off camera, is in the VIP seats, Drew. I mean, that's the effort you get from her. So, what a battle here.
She absolutely steamrolled those folding chairs right in the front row. Every single ball she has a chance at. Allyce Jones. Oh, just awesome by Jansen. Great composure.
Yeah, she kept pulling her side to side and then went backdoor on the last one, and just such a smart two-handed backhand there from Jansen. And sometimes all you can do is watch it go by you.
So it's 9-9 now. Allyce Jones trying to stay alive, force the game 3. Lea Jansen wants to make quick work and advance, and the potential rematch with Salome Davidze.
Yep, and we'll have the end of game 2 for you right after this.
No timeouts, no challenges.
Coverage continues of women's singles here at the Red Clay Hot Sauce Florida Open. Drew Felios with Dave Fleming. Cameron Blackwood also with us on the court. And Lea Jansen now to serve. All tied at 9. Jansen's going to make it 10-9 and be on the brick now of closing out this match.
Yeah, and that's smart. If you continually pepper the backhand side, you can mix one into that forehand corner, and you've got to be precise with it, which she was there. And being down 8-1, she's now staring at a match point. That's a heck of a comeback. Can she finish it?
Yes, she can. Lea Jansen, great respect amongst these two competitors, but she's able to take it in 2 games.
Yeah, and just that shows that singles pedigree of Jansen, because Jones's forehand was outrageous for 85%, Drew, but you got to have all the way to the end, and Lea Jansen got there. So we're going to have rematch city in the semis. I write storylines for these tournaments before every week, and I said, can someone in the field knock out one of these 4? Parento versus Waters, Jansen versus Davidze. The answer is no, Drew. We'll talk to the winner right after this.
Welcome back. I'm Cameron Blackwood here with Lea Jansen. Lea, right off the bat, you had a pretty strict game plan of going to the backhand side of Allyce. What were you liking with that placement?
I mean, I know Allyce pretty well. We play doubles together, so we know our games in and out. And I know she definitely favors her forehand. That's the side she plays. And she's got a great forehand dink roll, and it translates to singles. So I was really pushing that corner until she started cheating over.
A little bit of a slower start in the second game, but what adjustments did you make to come out on top?
To be honest, I just said I'm just going to go swing big on my serve. I kind of thought I just wanted to play for momentum, and it kept her back and kept her on the defense.
Like you said, you guys are usually on the same side of the court with women's doubles. How much does it affect mentally to lock in and not let affect your play?
Well, I can say for the both of us, we were pretty subdued compared to how we are in doubles, and I think that's like a dual respect for both of us. I'm not going to reach really my amp level for Allyce, and I think she doesn't want to do it to me either. So it's kind of strange playing each other just from energy-wise towards each other.
Well, you did very well. Lea Jansen, moving on. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.